Today I fucked up by accepting the kiss of death gig at work. 6 years at my company. View myself as a problem solver and my desire is to roll the dice on high risk, high reward rolls to continue climbing that corp ladder. Current location was a smoldering dumpster fire when I accepted it 2 years ago. No longer the reputation or the work environment. Now it is an enjoyable workplace. Staff is happier, customers are happier, everything going well. I am finally on autopilot after retraining and grinding it out. My dream location is the kiss of death. Never seen a person in my role make it over a year. The running joke has been that is where you go to end your career. Well, I applied, was offered the opening, and accepted the position Monday. My thought was no kids, no house, no problem, I get canned, I'll survive. Right, wrong. Get home and find a surprise in the microwave. Wife then tells me she's pregnant. Currently freaking out as I know the risk I accepted and I am trying to downplay how bad this place is to the wife. I do not want to alarm her. Cannot determine if this will motivate me more or make me panic more. Exciting times for sure. Looking forward to dad life, but holy hell, what have I done? TL Doctor, today I fucked up by accepting a risky position on the premise I have no dependents, and before the ink even dried my wife tells me we have our first child on the way. Adversity breeds opportunity. Be the hot shit you know you are, bro. Not trying to harsh on you, but this is a solid argument for why you always consult your SO on big changes and your reasons for them. Can you contact anyone who failed in this role/location and ask why? Or ask your new supervisor and your old one, in case the supervisor is the issue. Why is this location such a problem? Research. Edit/add, start up a savings account and try to get at least a couple months budget in it. If you get fired/fail, make damn sure you pay for Cobra or get an independent plan. Birth and infant and maternal medical care can get swiftly expensive. Yes. Carry your own health insurance. Can't second this enough. Congrats. If you made the dumpster fire thrive, I bet you'll be able to make the kiss of death venture a successful one too. Get home and find a surprise in the microwave. Is there the new version of bun in the oven? Millennials lol. Today I fucked up by not having a threesome with my girlfriend and her hot friend. This happened over the weekend. It's a bit of a long story, but I just have to talk about it somewhere, someway. TL Doctor is at the bottom, of course, for those who don't want to read my essay. So I, 19 meters, have been dating my beau. Today I fucked up a girlfriend, Amber, 19F. Fake names obviously, for 3 years. We are in our second year of college. We have a great loving relationship with no complaints. She recently came out as bi to me, of course this is okay, and said if the opportunity arose, she would be open to a threesome with me and another girl. At the time I just kinda wrote it off, like that would ever happen, right? Sort of half agreed who wouldn't, but the tone of the conversation was not overly serious, and that was the end of that. Now Amber has a friend, Tina, 19F, who we have both known since high school and gotten fairly close with in college. Tina and Amber live with 2 other girls and 2 guys, both of whom are gay, but I'm not sure how relevant that is, in a house located on their college campus, which is about an hour drive from my house, which I'm staying at for COVID reasons. This means that I visit them pretty much any chance I get. We're all a nice friend group together. I get along with all of them, and they all like me. Now Tina is very pretty. To most guys she would be 10/10ths, dream girl material. I would never in a million years cheat on my girlfriend, especially not with her friend who is also my friend, but definitely on occasion I've had sexual thoughts about Tina. She's just undeniably attractive, and I know I would never act on these thoughts because I'm loyal to my loving, and very attractive, girlfriend. I only bring this up because for the story it's important to note I have occasionally fantasized about Tina in this way. Tina has never had sex. In high school she was one of those goody two-shoes girls who didn't do a whole lot of bad, but once she hit college I guess she was looking to go a little bit down the girl gone wild route. But COVID has obviously put a stop on those plans for the time being, so she still has not had sex, and because she's in a house with a bunch of horny college students, many of whom have also not had sex, the topic gets brought up a lot on Saturday nights when we're all hanging out together. And so this brings us to this past Saturday. I don't drink for personal reasons, but everyone else does, and we were all having a great time as usual. The topic shifted to sex, as it so often does, and we put on some party music and started playing Drinking Truth or Dare, again, with me drinking water and not getting drunk at all, which everyone was fine with. The atmosphere must have been just right that evening because the air started to get a little hot and heavy. People were getting dead to take off their shirts, kiss each other, etc. It was all just dumb, drunk, innocuous fun, and no one except Amber asked me to do anything because obviously that would be crossing a line. Well, as the night went on, people got drunker, and a couple of people went to bed, so it was me, a very drunk Amber, a very drunk Tina, and two of Amber's housemates still awake. So it was Tina's turn, and she asked Amber truth or dare. Amber says truth. Tina asks if she would ever want a threesome. Amber says yes, but only if it was a guy and a girl. Tina agrees, and they start talking with each other about their ideal threesome. It's a fun conversation, and I should note Amber was already in her bra from the game, which turned much sexier once they started dancing with each other to the music. They were obviously both pretty horny and pretty far gone at this point, but I was enjoying watching them because it looked like they were having fun. Then Tina starts touching me, and Amber starts touching me, and things are getting much more intense. Skipping the minor details, eventually they both sort of asked if we wanted to have a threesome. I was in shock, but I just sort of let Tina lead me by the hand up the stairs to her bedroom, all high school party style. We all got into her room, and we were standing around in silence for a couple seconds before Tina asked, "So how do we start?" And I don't know what it was, but her saying that, I guess it was just the innocence of it, was enough to snap me out of it. The whole time I was a little uneasy about the situation, but that sort of jerked me out of the trance I was in. I sat on the bed, shook my head, and asked Amber to leave so I could speak to Tina in private. After a little hesitation, she agreed, and I basically said to Tina what any good guy would say. "You don't want to do this. It would be unethical for me to do this since I'm sober. This is not how you want your first time to go. You're very drunk and will regret this later. You don't want this impacting any of your good friendships in your life." And so I managed to thoroughly squash the palpable sexiness in the room and ended up comforting a crying Tina for about 45 minutes as she explained how sorry and embarrassed and lonely she was. Eventually she fell asleep, so I put a blanket over her and left a glass of water on her nightstand. I went back down to Amber, who was, somewhat reasonably, upset. Explained to her and the other people awake that of course we didn't have sex. I just talked her out of it and now she was asleep. Everyone was relieved, and Amber seemed to move on really quickly to just enjoying the rest of the night being drunk off her ass with her friends. We eventually went to bed. When we woke up, Amber had that hungover look of what the hell happened last night. I explained to her the incident, and once she started to remember, she was so embarrassed and felt so bad, but we talked about it and all was okay. They were so drunk, and sex was on the mind, of course it meant nothing. Went outside and Tina was already awake eating cereal. She almost instantly started sobbing, but me and Amber assured her everything was okay. Our friendships are not impacted, and my relationship with Amber is not impacted. We all understood now what had happened, and we all moved on and wrote it off as just an incident concerning two slightly too drunk, threesome curious college friends. I went back home later that day, and it wasn't until I was lying in bed that the gravity of the situation really hit me. I could have done it. I actually had the opportunity to experience pretty much every guy's dream fantasy, a threesome with his girlfriend and her hot friend. Fuck my fucking life. So that's where I'm at now. Wrong subreddit. Maybe seeing as it's not really a fuck up if I don't truly regret my actions. I know it was the right thing to do, but goddamn. If I was drunk, if I had no morals, fuck my life. At least it makes for a funny story. Too long didn't read. My girlfriend and her attractive friend slash housemate got very drunk and tried to initiate a threesome with me, who was sober. Put an end to it for obvious logical and ethical reasonings, but I would be lying if I said I'm not haunted by the ghost of what could have been. Edit. Thank you for all the kind words and rewards. All of the support here has made my day. I feel the need to just make some general comments. First, I believe that what I did was the absolute bare minimum. It makes me sad that wanting sober, legitimate consent is viewed as such a rare trait in men. Still, all the compliments I'm receiving are much appreciated. Second, I just want to reiterate that this is absolutely not something I regret at all. I know that I acted the right way, and I would not change anything about how I responded. Despite posting this to r/today I fucked up, I really just posted this to make fun of myself and tell a good story. Thank you, and stay safe. Have a sober, honest conversation with your GF and the other girl. If they are still into it, establish any boundaries that are needed and respect them. Go slow and get a read on everyone's feelings as things unfold. If it gets weird for you, say so. You did well. And shit, don't rule out the possibility of having an everybody consented while sober threesome together with Amber and Tina someday in the future. My daughter was the friend in this scenario, but it played out the other way. She felt absolutely used and disgusted with herself, losing her virginity to her friend's boyfriend in a drunken loss of inhibition. You did the right thing by considering the variables in the situation. Consent is sometimes blurred when alcohol is involved, and a lot of regret can still come from something that seemed like a good idea at the time. 19, you have plenty of ass ahead of you. Son, don't worry about that. Way to step up and do the right thing. I don't think this is a today I fucked up. I think you really did the right thing in this situation. Waiting until she's sober was the right option. If she's drunk she can't give consent. Props to you, bud. You may have some hard feelings about it, but you ultimately did the right thing. There's always future prospects. If you and your girlfriend are openly communicating about threesomes, then it may happen at some point. Don't beat yourself up too much, man. You'll get another chance, hopefully with a sober and fully consenting third. Today I fucked up by trying to train an AI to see things and forgetting that light exists. Edit, thanks for the ton of upvotes. I've come back and seen that this has exploded for reasons I don't understand but appreciate immensely. I'm gonna get back to your comments shortly after I cook dinners. Thanks random Reddit pals. Well, this may not be laugh your ass off funny like some of these are, but my friends with eyes thought this was hilarious. So I must first preface this story by explaining that I'm blind. I see nothing. Bats can see more than me. So I was given an opportunity to test a new app that Microsoft is developing called Orbit Camera. So the aim of the project is to teach Microsoft's AI to recognize pictures even if a blind person takes them. They have already created a ton of cool apps to help the blind, but they never could figure out pictures if the blind person was taking a picture but doesn't know how to aim the camera correctly. So they want blind people to take videos of objects in their surroundings so the AI can learn how we take pictures. So I have to do 5 training videos and 2 test videos. For the training ones, I have to take an object and place it on 5 different plain empty surfaces, then take pictures of the things. Then for the testing videos, I have to have the object amongst other things in the room so it learns to recognize the object standing alone and also being scattered amongst other objects. I was excited. This probably would be quick and easy. My husband is also doing it on his phone, and when we've both completed it we get $50 each. Oh, no problem. Everybody wins. So it's 9 p.m. I'm exhausted and I need to get the pictures in by the end of the day. So I start shooting. I took pics of a ring, a water bottle, a blanket, and a couple other things I'm not remembering at the moment. I video 4 of my 5 objects. And it's only when I get to thing 5 that it occurs to me. It's 9:30 at night. It's dark outside. I need to turn on a light. But I was exhausted, and for some reason I convinced myself that the AI could maybe see in the dark. I got a message this morning thanking me for my participating, but I need to redo 4 of my 5 videos because they can't see any objects. Too long didn't read. I'm blind and forgot that people with eyes need light in order to see things. And the AI doesn't see better than the humans.